introduced to the teaching when I was 8 by my mom, and I spent a couple years just listening to this service with my parents. I didn't really know what was going on, but I really liked the music, so I kept going. And then I started joining preteen group, and that is where I really started learning my core foundational spiritual practices that I started trying to use in my everyday life. I didn't really know what it was going to do for me, but I thought, well, hey, if my big sister's doing it, maybe, I'll do a little bit too. I can be cool like her, So I did that, and by the time I was 12, I started stepping into some smaller leadership roles and really trying to discover who I was and trying to find out my talents and skills. And that was the time I stepped into the teen program at my center. And it was then, when I was 15, I was elected as a Canadian Regional Co-Director at our winter camps, and I served that position when I was 16. And for those of you who are not aware of our teen camps, we have 1 week in the summer for our teens at the Southern California Idlewild Camp. And each region has a winter camp that is 3 to 4 days long, depending on the region. And it's there where we do workshops, talent shows, group activities, things like that. It's a place where teens can go to really express who they are. And they connect with teens that are looking for the same spiritual nourishment that they are. And these camps, I've seen that is the only time where teens can really express who they are without the fear of judgment or fear that they're going to be judged in any sort of way, that they can really express who they are and what they're feeling. And it's a really fantastic experience to see people, myself and others, grow into the spiritual beings that they are. So, personally, I have been to 5 summer camps, 7 winter camps, 5 overnights for the weekends, and 2 conferences. So I'm a bit experienced than most of the teens, but I've been in it since I was 8, so I've had quite the roller coaster of events going on, so it's been really fun. All of these teen events are not just important for the teens, but for Centers for Spiritual Living as a whole. In 2000, we had a teen summer camp. The theme was RSW, and that was when Religious Science International and United teams came together for one integrated camp. This was during the split, so this was a little unheard of at the time. But then for the next 10 years, we had Religious Science International kids go to the summer camp for the United teams, and then vice versa. And so for 10 years, we were working on the integration before the adult community clued in, said, hey, we should follow too. So we were way ahead of the game. And so in 2010, we had our very first official one integrated camp, and the theme was strip away and integrate. And so there is no longer a RSI camp and a United camp. There is only one CSL, Centers for Spiritual Living camp, and that was a really great way to show the adult community that we were right up with them and saying, hey, we're here too. So it was a really great experience to be there for that. But with this new camp, we put in a new leadership team, and that's how I came to be here. And so there's a 3-tier team, 9 people in the position, 9 people on the team, 3 people in each position. So we have the ambassadors, the teen experience coordinators, and the global youth messengers. And so the first integrated camp 2 years ago, I was elected into the position of the ambassador. And the ambassador is a teen who talks to other teens via social media, going to different interfaith communities, talking with them, starting a communication and relationship with other teens in that sense. and writing articles and things like that, going to different youth groups and talking about what's going on. And another position is the teen experience coordinators. They're the ones who are at the summer camps and at their winter camps up on stage telling them what time supper is, where to go with this time, making sure everything's running smoothly, and really having a huge role in planning the national camps. And finally, there is the Global Youth Messenger, which is my position now. I'm in this position for another year and a half. We are kind of the mom and dads of the leadership group. We make sure that the other positions are running smoothly, and we spread the message of religious science globally and locally. And we're the spokespeople from the teens to the adult community, making sure that you guys know that we're still here. And so logistically, that's how I came to be here on this stage. And Pat asked me to be here when we met in New Orleans. So